What's good? Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody in this live stream. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying their Easter holiday, if that's what you celebrate. Hope you are enjoying your time with your family and loved ones. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. What up, Deborah? What's going on? Shout out to Deborah. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I feel this one's going to be a great one as always. And on top of that, you guys can actually hear me. Yo, Martina Franklin was good. Thank you for all your support. Hope you're having a happy Easter. Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday. Hope you got a nice, good plate of something special. All right. Hope you got a nice big plate of something special. All right. We're gonna have a good old conversation today. We're gonna have a good old conversation. All right. So shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream. Feel free to subscribe if you're new to my channel. All right. Hit the like button. I know that's right. Martina got her a plate. You enjoy. I know that's right. Collard greens, the mac and cheese, yams, potato salad with a little cayenne pepper on top, a little red stuff on top. Probably got your little roll or two. Probably got your little roll or two. All right. Maybe some stuffing, some sweet potato fluff. Shout out to the sweet potato fluffers out there. All right. Possibly some sweet potato pie. If somebody got grandma recipe, pull out grandma recipe book. Is it for the holidays and whatnot? Oh, okay. Ebony made the yams. I know that's right. Save me some. Save me some yams. Save me a plate. All right. Whether you do the turkey, banana pudding. Oh, okay. Y'all over there having a good time. Okay, you got the banana pudding on deck. Okay, and your aunt made it too. Watch out now. All right, I know that banana pudding's probably slapping. All right. Now you saving that for dessert, or you just gonna eat it with everything else? Mac and cheese, collards, turkey, potato salad, and Hawaiian rolls. That's how we do it. That is just how we do it. That's how we get down. All right. It's a family affair. Shout out to everybody enjoying some food, some family. All right, some festivities. That's dessert. Okay. Don't act like you ain't stick your finger in it when nobody was looking. You went and got your little spoon and oh yeah, I'm definitely getting some of that for dessert. Yeah, don't act like you don't act like you ain't stick a spoon in there and get your taste tester on. Don't act like you ain't over there taste testing, Ebony. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good Easter. All right, if you went to church today, I hope you enjoyed the service. Hope you heard some good words of encouragement. All right. Shout out to everybody that celebrates the resurrection. All right, Christ rising and all that. All right, he has risen, as a lot of good people say. So yeah, shout out to all the good people out there enjoying their holiday for all the right reasons. Some food, some family, some festivities, and a little bit of faith mixed in there. All right, shout out to everybody that is celebrating the resurrection. Okay. We're not really sure of all the dates and times and everything like that because of the system that's been put in place. But without getting too deep, people have a good idea of what things are and what they're not. But shout out to everybody that's keeping their faith and enjoying their food and their family and having some fun. Hopefully it's a beautiful day where you are. It's a beautiful day where I'm at. All right, the sun is shining. I'm just grateful to be here with all 13 people that hit the like button. I'm grateful to be here with all the people who are grateful to be here. Shout out to Ebony, shout out to Sagittarius Goddess, shout out to Martina Franklin, shout out to Deborah, and shout out to Lots of Fun. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. All right. Shout out to all 14 people who hit that like button. Thank you for your support and helping my live stream get out there into the YouTube algorithm. All right, so my channel can succeed the way it needs to. All right, and elevate the way it needs to. Shout out to everybody showing your love and support. Today's discussion, as you see, the title is, all right, the title is to not sell your soul. All right, that's a very deep topic. I've been seeing a lot of crazy things lately on this internet, and there are some things that I just want to talk about. All right, I've been seeing a lot of crazy things on this internet. People who not judging or anything, but just seeing some things and just being disappointed because I like you know how you see some things and it's not that you're judging the person, but it's just like you're let down in a sense because you may see some things from some people you'd have never expected to see it from. And I know everybody makes mistakes and nobody is perfect, but just as far as your morals and integrity and what you stand for, you got to stand for something. You got to stand for something. You got to have some strong morals behind you. You got to have some you got to have a foundation to stand on. All right, you got to have some integrity. That's just my thoughts and what I've been thinking. All right, that's just my thoughts and what I've been thinking. But shout out to all the beautiful 14 people who hit that like button. All right, Ebony, happy Easter. Deborah, happy Easter. Happy Easter to everybody in the chat. All right, I hope you're enjoying your day. All right, whether you enjoying the festivities or you just laying low. All right, and doing what you do and moving how you move. All right, shout out to everybody enjoying this beautiful Sunday. All right, with your main man Drew too. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Sunday too. All right. Shout out to Fresh One. Shout out to Amanda Frisbee. What's good? We got Brain Wire. What's good? All right, shout out to Amanda Frisbee. Good to see you here. Shout out to Amanda Frisbee. All right, shout out to Fresh One. Esh. All right, shout out to Fresh One. All right, happy Easter, everybody. But I know I'm not the only one. It's just a lot of things that you think about it, and you look at certain things, and you look at certain people, and you're like, okay, this person gets it, and you kind of hold them in a certain place in your mind, and then you end up seeing something that just makes it just make you just shake your head. You're just like, oh, really? Like, why would you do that? You didn't have to do that. But you have people, and I guess they sign these contracts, and they sign these blood oaths, and they have when the time comes, when the Grim Reaper comes, when they come to collect that debt, you got to pay. And if that's really what it is, and if that's really what people are involving themselves in, that's a dangerous game to play. Well, I don't know why you would want to sell your soul for material possessions or material gain. Me personally, if you know one thing about me and my channel, is that I rather be motivated to get what I need, to work for it, to work towards it. If there's a shortcut I could take, it's not going to involve any soul selling. If there's a shortcut I could take, it's not going to involve me compromising my morality or my self-integrity. And like I said, I know nobody is perfect. You're only perfect through Christ. and being born again, and doing what God expects of you, and what you should expect of yourself. But there are certain things that I think people just know better, but they're either so fed up with trying, or they either want it so bad right now. And it's like, how bad do you really want it? Like, do you really have to have it right now? Do you really need to be that person, that guy? All right, that do you really need to be the one right now? Like, where is the patience at? Where's people's faith at? Where's people's patience at? And even if it's not that kind of thing, you still have to work your way up. Why would you want to work your way up in something like that to begin with? Like, why would you want to work your way up in something like that to begin with? But they really have to, I guess they attract people. I guess they attract people who are about that life, but I just don't know how giving up a portion of your life, especially your soul, could benefit you in any kind of way. I couldn't give up any part of myself that would make me regret my actions later. And people do things all the time that they regret. You do something, you make a mistake, you get tempted, you fall into temptation, you gotta ask God for forgiveness. But there are just certain things that it's like, I can only speak for myself, but it's just certain things that I could just look at it and be like, you know what? That's a hard no. That's a solid no. I'm good. I'm good on that. There's some things I need. There's some things I'd like to enjoy. There are some things that would be really cool. All right, there are some things that would be really cool if I could have an experience. There are some things I look at and I see and I'm like, you know what? That's for me. That's it right there. But then there are certain people who are looking, looking like a diamond, or looking like something good, or looking like something that you want. And then you find out it's attached to something that you would never want. All right, you hear all these stories coming out now with all these celebrities and all these famous people, and it makes you think, like, you know what, they really didn't have it as good as I thought. you know it makes you look at things, it makes you look at your life and be grateful for what you have. You know what, it makes you look at life like, you know what, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. I'm happy. I can be happy with what I have, and I can be patient and work towards having more, because what we're seeing and what we're hearing, it just doesn't make any sense. All right. um I'm disappointed in a few people out there. you know One of them is Denzel Washington. All right. There are probably a lot of other people who are disappointed in him as well. There are some things that I thought I'd never see from that man, and I just found out earlier this year that this man was in a movie doing the unthinkable. Placing his face, all right, placing his mouth on another man, and that's just totally inappropriate. I'm thinking that's out of his caliber. I'm thinking this man done acted his way to the top, and no disrespect to Denzel Washington, all right, or his legacy, but it's like, why would you want to, like, in the realm of manhood, right? Because Denzel Washington, last time I checked, he is a man, all right. unless they done cloned him and turned him into some type of Bruce Jenner thing. That's Denzel Washington. Why would you want to throw away your legacy by switching up the game now? All right, this man has, been a strong black actor and figure his whole career. And it's like, you think people aren't bending over, and you think people aren't a part of the Illuminati, all right, mind, soul, and body. And then you find out, it's like, it seems like once, if you get into whatever that is that they're into, whatever group, organization, it's like there's no getting around that. Depending on how big you want to get, or how big you grow, or what direction you want to go into, why would you want to take that direction? I wouldn't want to act like anything that I wasn't. You know, for no amount of money. Hey, we'll pay you to do this. We'll pay you to act like this. Money is not that important to me. I just don't value it like that. There's some things that I value, but I don't value them like that. There's some things that I value and I appreciate, but I don't value them and I don't appreciate them like that. Yeah, there's some things I value and there's some things that I appreciate, but I don't value them and I don't appreciate them like that. All right, it's 2025, people. Stay protected. Um, you got people who don't respect people's rights, personal space. All right, keep some on you. Um, anyway, why would you want to be a part of that? I wouldn't want to be a part of anything where I'd have to give up something. Just to be a part of it, just to get what I need from it. You know, um, I would work my way from the ground up. I would hustle, struggle. I'd do whatever I would do whatever I had to do. I would do whatever I had to do, because there are just some things that you just have to, you have to have boundaries. You have to set boundaries. You have to have some lines that you don't cross. There have to be some lines that you're not willing to cross. You look at something, what? I'm willing to do everything but that. You know what? I don't mind working hard. I don't mind reading this script 50 times. I don't mind working from sun up to sundown. It's just as long as you don't have to pull your pants down. Just as long as you don't have to pull your. I don't mind working from sun up and sundown. Just as long as you don't have to pull your pants down. Some things you just don't do. Some things you just don't do. All right, I missed a part of the Cat Williams interview when he was getting interviewed by Shannon Sharp. And just a sidebar, if you want a good laugh, watch that Shannon Sharp interview with Guilford. I think his name is Guilford or Gilbert. I'm not sure, one of them. But the Guilford Godfrey dude, he's impersonating Shannon Sharp while he's interviewing him. That's some fun. That's some funny stuff. And he did it in a way to where Shannon didn't even pick up on it. I was no good after that. Imagine somebody in person. This man got impersonated and didn't even pick up on it. That was funny. Even if you just look up the clip and don't watch the whole interview, that was some funny stuff. All right, but the Cat Williams interview, not to get distracted. All right, the Cat Williams interview. This man said Harvey Weinstein offered to top him off. The Oosh Gosh Wash Bosh offered to do something filthy and nasty to Cat Williams. in front of all like the people that were on his team and working for him. That like when you talk to another man like that, it will. Those are pretty much fighting words. All right, depending on what type of man you're dealing with. You might be lucky and find a man of Christ that can just turn his back and say, you know what, God, y'all need Jesus, and just walk away. But usually that's gonna resolve. That's gonna end up turning out in an ass whooping. Somebody's gonna get slapped, punched, kicked, disrespected back. There's gonna be some words exchanged, but you'll be lucky if you can find somebody that just say, "Y'all need Jesus. I'm out." The Harvey Weinstein is This industry is full of filth. This industry is, and I'm not judging. You know, to each their own. But some things you just don't do. All right, but you know what? I'm judging this. That's filthy. That is filthy. I'm judging this. All right. That should let you know that that industry is everything that everybody is coming out and saying it is. You shouldn't want success that bad. You should be able to take your God-given talents and stay faithful, all right, and just keep working and keep believing in yourself. You may not have it right now. I wouldn't be surprised if all these Lils and all these people that's out right now, who knows, especially in today's world, all right, who knows what's going on with your little nasty exes and all these other people. Who knows what's going on? You know, who knows? All right, some of these they gotta be some of these people getting their little nasty ex on behind closed doors, and it's none of my business. But it's just that with the way things are working today, and they make it so the people want it so bad, and they make it so that you if your mind is untrained and you're not disciplining yourself, that you'll want it right now, and you won't be satisfied with your life. You won't be grateful for what you've already got. They're trying to rip your peace of being in the present moment away from you by making you want everything that they have and making you think that their life is so much better than yours. All right? Your life is only as good as what you put into it. And if you put your life into something that you can never get back because you chose to sell your soul or compromise your morals, then you have to live with that for the rest of your life. There's no success worth having to live with an irreversible decision that you disappoint God, you disappoint yourself, you disappoint the people who look up to you. That's not the route to take. That's not the route to take. So when it comes to selling your soul, it should be a hard no. The fame is not worth it. The fame's not worth it. People will be focused on you 1 second and focused on somebody else tomorrow. People will be focused on you today and focused on somebody else tomorrow. You'll be hot today and it'll be somebody else hot tomorrow. It's good to get in where you fit in. It's good to get in where you fit in, and it's good to make things happen for yourself. But there's a way to go about it, and that way should be hard work. You should work for things. People destroy themselves. People destroy their life. Your character is destroyed. Your spirit ends up being destroyed. I'm not sure if anybody watching right now has seen the interview with what's that brother's name, with Terrence Howard. I'm not sure if anybody see the interview with Terrence Howard. Diddy wanted to sleep with him. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You got men wanting to sleep with other men. That's crazy, man. That industry is wild, man. Like, imagine having a gift and you feel that you were born to do something, and all you wanted to do was perform your God-given talent. All you wanted to do was your God-given talent. And you got freaks coming at you. You got freaks coming at you. Freaks. All right? You got freaks coming. Hey, perform. If you want to perform your talent, you got to sit on this couch. What in the world? What part of the game is that? And yo, when you got to be careful what applications you fill out. You have to be careful what type of applications you fill out. All right, some of these applications, they start to asking you to what's the structure of your face, and they get to asking you how much you weigh. Don't continue to fill out that application out. All right, decline. Do not continue to fill out that application. That is not the job for you. All right, if you go on Indeed.com or any job board, and they start to, what's your height? What's your facial structure? How much do you weigh? Oh, well, whoa. What color is your hair? What color are your eyes? What? Well, don't you? Shouldn't you be asking what am I what am I qualified at? Shouldn't you be asking about if I can perform the qualifications for the job? Brother Steven, tell him, Brother Steven, you better read the fine print. I'll never forget. I saw that, and it was a video of Nicki Minaj. It was a video of Nicki Minaj in the in a boardroom meeting, and she was signing a contract with her record label or with someone that had to do with her and her music. But yeah, if you'd like to send a donation, my Cash App is $Druuill, and I also have a PayPal. If somebody would be kind enough to post that in the chat, my PayPal is also in the description of the video. So I mean, it's up to you. If you feel on your heart to donate, that would be an awesome thing. That would be great. If you have it to give, please do. Hey, whenever you can, that's good for me. All right. Whenever God makes you able to do that, that's cool. Whenever you can, I greatly appreciate it. Oh, okay, 10 days it is. I'll be looking forward to it, brother Phil. But you better read the fine print. It was a live stream with Nicki Minaj in there, and not a live stream. It was just a video of her signing some contracts or whatever, and somebody said something about reading the contract or the fine print, or they mentioned something along those lines, and she said, I think the video's still online, she was like, I don't even read the contract, or I don't even read the fine print, I just sign it. And I was just looking at it, and I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, you don't even know what you're signing. Why would you sign something that you have no idea of what you're signing? You could be signing your soul away. And this is why a lot of these artists end up getting mad. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, you done sold your soul and gave these people your publishing. You done gave these people rights to your music. You done gave You done gave these people control over your creative ability. You could be signing your entire everything. You could be signing everything you worked for away. That's right. You could be signing everything that you worked for away. And the weird part about it is that don't let there be a competing artist on that record label, because now you know they put you in positions to where you might have to do some weird stuff to not get put on the back burner, or they just may put you on the back burner because you're not willing to do what this other person is doing. That, I think that's why you see people who originally come out one way, and then you end up seeing them do things that is not them, or they wouldn't normally do. And people and that could either be a clone. All right, that could either be a clone, or it could be, that person could just have sold out. And as far as selling out, there are other people who I see sell out on social media, and like to me, selling out is doing anything you wouldn't normally do to get a check. There's creative ways to get paid. I'm not knocking anybody that wants to get paid, that doesn't want to work a job, that feels they have this creative ability to entertain, but there has to be a way that you go about it and a way that you don't. All right, you don't want to, if you're a man, you don't want to put on a wig, you don't want to put on makeup. All right, you don't want to dress like a woman, you don't want to put on a dress. All right, just like Dave Chappelle said, I'm funnier than a dress. It is a damn shame, because there's certain agendas that are put in place where they're already trying to feminize men already as it is. All right, they're already trying to feminize men already as it is. So why would you want to be a part of that? Why would you want to put on a dress? What's funny about that? I went back and looked at all those movies like Mrs. Doubtfire and Joanna Man, and it's like, yo, they really tried to program the next generation of kids, entertainers. They tried to program people for what's funny. It's only funny to someone that's attracted to that. All right, and I'm not saying that, just because you like Martin, you're attracted to that, but I'm talking about the people who make them do that. You sign this contract, you have to do this many episodes of you wearing a dress. And it's like uh they can't have a nuclear black family on television. They don't even have a black family emoji. All right, they can't have a nuclear black family on television. They don't even have a black family emoji when you press the little emojis. All right, but like I think you can't have like a full blown male. It has to be some type of stupidity. He either has to be stupid, or he either has to be no good, or he either has to be bad at something, or it's something. You can't just have a normal person. And they make these guys put, like, you can't just have a show where it's just a straight up dude. Like, at some point in the episode, they're gonna make that man put on a dress. And it's the people that are that are in power over there, I guess, in Hollywood. And I'm not saying that you can't make it. I'm not saying that you can't make it, but you have to define what making it is for yourself. You have to define what making it is for yourself, because if you don't, you can let others create that definition for you, and wind up losing yourself, just because you have this dream, or you want to be successful. Don't allow your dream of wanting to be successful be overtaken by lust or greed, or lack of patience or morals. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, that whole hairstyle thing. I mean, I could see, yeah, the long hair thing is kind of issue, but I mean, how people wear their hair, that's really none of my business. I understand where you're coming from with it, and your point is valid, but I mean, I don't know. I got short hair. I'm not really. I do have my own opinions of the long hair, uh, dudes or whatever, but I don't know. I really just tend to focus on myself when it comes to that. And yo, the Bible does say it's a shame for a man to have long hair. The Bible does say that. The Bible does say it's a shame for a man to have long hair, but that doesn't mean it's a shame to have hair. You could have hair, but I guess maybe there are there some scriptures on the length. Are there like some scriptures on the length of, because like I mean I know we're allowed to have braids, but I don't think God wants us having like our hair in a feminine manner. That's all I think. That's all it's saying. It's a shame for a man to have his hair styled in a feminine way. All right, anything that's not manly, it's a shame for a biological man not to do that. I was you took the words right out of my mouth. What about Jesus? I thought he had long hair, right? I thought he had long hair, but he didn't have hair that long. All right, he didn't have hair that long. Jesus had dread, so shake him. He is. I agree with that. But yeah, I think they like if you get into Hollywood, you get on that big screen, you get on that set, you sign that contract, they're going to find a way to demasculate you. And I wouldn't want any parts of that. I would do everything that I could do to not be a part of that. So whether I would have to miss out on a movie or some millions, I make my own movie. I'll be like Ice Cube. I get my own millions. There's always ways around things. You just can't be so pressed to get what somebody has to offer. That's what I believe. You can't be so pressed. I'm about to be pressed to find me another spot in the shade because the sun is definitely sunning right now. I'm about to find me a spot in the shade. Oh yeah, that is much better. Yeah, that's much better. Ah, yeah, that's more like it. Okay, that's it right there. Ah, that's it right there. But I figured that this would be an appropriate message for today. We're already almost what? June, February, March, April. We're already 4 months into the new year. I've been seeing some crazy stuff online. Been seeing some crazy stuff in this industry. You got Denzel kissing dudes in movies. Something I thought I would never see in my life. I never thought I would see Denzel Washington kiss another dude in a movie. There are certain people that we look up to and certain people that we hold as like a prominent image as a male character or a male figure. Yo, that's what I said. Not Denzel. Yo, his new movie. I mean, I could be wrong. But yo, Denzel Washington in that new movie where they got him playing in ancient Rome or ancient Greece or something like that. Didn't he kiss a man? I could be wrong, but I could have swore I saw that somewhere. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Yo, Mr. Training Day. He got trained that day. They trained him to they trained him to do some things he should have never done. But yeah, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, hey, y'all forgive me. But I believe I saw. I believe it might not have been him. But I believe I saw that. I bet you to never be Samuel L. Jackson. At least I hope not. They got that man with no. They got that man walking around Hollywood with no facial hair. Got them hats on and them glasses. He ain't got no mustache, no beard. He ain't even got no hair on his head. I'm worried. I'm worried for Samuel too. I'm worried for Samuel too. It doesn't matter if they took that scene out. They should have never created it in the first place. That should have never. That should like what? I'm Denzel Washington. How dare you ask me to do that? Yo, Chief, what up? What up? Right on. Good to see you, brother Druuill. Yo, it's good to see you too, Chief. Long time no see, good brother. We just having to talk about some things that I've seen lately. Thanks for stopping by. You know. What was Samuel? Yo, man. No. I do not. Yo, the day that happens, I'm just turning everything off. The day that happens, I'm turning everything off. If they have if they allow Samuel Jackson to kiss Denzel Washington, I'm turning everything off. I don't want no parts of that at all. I'm shutting off the radio. I'm shutting off all social media, computers, TVs. I'll probably just go live out in the woods somewhere because they ain't nothing safe at that point. I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start over. I'm just gonna grab a Bible, chill in the woods. Ain't that right, Chief Bighorn Nine Ether? I'm just gonna chill in the woods, grab me a Bible, get in a tent, and that's it. I'm just gonna. That's it. That is it for me. I'm good. But yeah, that better never happen. But no, it wasn't Samuel L. Jackson. It was it wasn't Samuel L. Jackson, but it was I hope it's not. It's just that I don't care how much facial hair you have, whatever you have it. Okay, whatever how I don't care how much facial. Even if you just got this, you better just have this, and that's it. If you a man, no matter how much facial hair you can have it. You know, they got brother Samuel L. Jackson. He got everything shaved, not even a mustache. And it's just, to me, there's something strange about that. It doesn't make you look. It doesn't make you look like a man. And I'm not here to tell anybody what makes anybody look like a man or not, or well, not to say what looks like a man or not, but what makes you a man or not. All right. I'm not here to tell you that facial hair makes you a man or it doesn't, but as a man, you should have some. All right, even the Bible tells you that you should have some facial hair. Plus, the ladies love it. All right. Plus, the ladies love it. They don't want to give you a hug and kiss and feel like they're rubbing up against a child. They don't want to. They don't want to feel like they're rubbing up against you and kissing a child. Oh, why feel like they hugging and kissing their nephew or something, or they don't want that. Ladies want some facial hair. Yeah, I mean, I mean that should go without saying. If you, I mean, I don't even feel I don't even feel I can discuss that. Yeah, I don't even feel I can discuss that. Men shaving legs is crazy. I don't even feel I can discuss that. They really do though. Yeah, they really do. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I've been hearing that and seeing that statement more than ever. If it looks like a duck and quack like a duck, it's a duck. I've been hearing that more than lately. Yeah, I know some ladies don't like a lot of facial hair. You don't have to have a full blown Rick Ross. But maybe if some ladies like goatees, some ladies like full-blown beards. It depends on what you like. Maybe you could work that out with your man, or maybe you could find a man that already has your preference, or maybe you could just get you a man with a facial installation. Maybe you can get you a man with a nice beard installment. he don't got the beard you want. Get him some man weave, and he could just install it. Just be at least I'd rather have a man weave on my face than nothing. You hear me? I'll go get me an installation today. I'll rather have something, even if it's a mustache. I must ask you a question. Even if I must ask you a question. If I can't grow a beard, I'll grow what I can. Because I'll be damned if you look at me and can't tell I'm a man or not. Yo, Eva Watson, what's the deal? What's the deal, Eva Watson? I'll be damned if you look at me and can't tell I'm a man or not. I'm gonna have me something on my face. Straight like that. Shout out to the 40 amazing people that hit that like button. All right, shout out to the 40 amazing people that hit that like button. And I even see it from some content creators. Being a content creator, you get a lot of wild emails. You get a lot of wild comments. All right, this live has been chill. We got a lot of real ones in this live. God is good. God is good. Yo, that's gonna be some strong glue. Yo, that's funny. Yo, for the man weave or for the beard installment, huh? That's gonna be some strong glue. That's hilarious. But as far as content creators, you get some really wild. You get some wild emails. You never know who's watching. All right, you never know who anybody could be tuning in at any time. So with that being said, you never know who's tuning in. You never know who's going to send you an email. You never know how wild or rough that email is going to be. You could have a channel called God's Chosen Vessels and still receive a low vibrational email. All right, very low vibrational. All right, like you ever remember that album by Q-Tip called The Low End Theory? Some of these emails have been low vibrational, and it's unnecessary. All right, I'm learning all types of things that I should know about people that watch my channel sometimes, and you get to talking about something appropriate, something righteous, and something proper, and then people with their with the minds that they have. All right, everybody has some type of less than righteous thoughts. Everybody has some type of less than righteous thoughts. But keep your perverted emails out of my inbox, please. All right, keep the perverted emails out of my inbox, because there's some things that there's some stones that just need to be left unturned. You feel me? All right, and then when I see other people's channels, I could be like, based off of some of the emails that I've got and had to delete, and some of the things I've seen, I'm like, you know what? I could look at people's channels and I could tell you sold out. You got people wearing robes. You got people wearing robes all on the YouTube and whatnot. Got your chest all out. I've made a few videos without a shirt on. I was thugging it out. I didn't have a shirt at the time. I didn't have clean clothes at the time in some of those videos. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of that. But when I see people wearing bathrobes and you all greased up, chest all out, you putting your thigh all on the tube. What man does that? What man does that? You putting your thigh all on the YouTube, putting your foot all in the YouTube screen for people to see it? We don't need. I don't need to see a man. I don't need. I'm here for your content, not your man foot, not your man feet. I don't need to know what type of feet you working with, sir. I'm trying to see what your video's about. Putting your foot all out, making little Richard noises and whatnot, just to get subscribers. Talking like your grandma, talking like your grandma. Yeah, it's wild, man. And I'm man. Some of these dudes sell out. Some of these dudes sell out, man. No, I'm talking about content creators. There's now there's been. I'm not talking about the emails I get. I'm talking about from some of the emails I've got. It's been some crazy emails from from ladies as well, but that goes without saying. But you know what I'm saying is keep them nasty mail emails out my inbox. Always, I would hope that everybody would keep their email professional. All right, always, please. All right, this is a channel for self-improvement. This is a channel about getting closer to God, our Creator. Keep everything appropriate. All right, but yeah, from what I've seen, because everybody, we live in a different world today, and there's all different kinds of people, and you can't control who's entertained by you, and you can't control who watches your channel. So there's all different kinds of people out in this world. All right, but what I'm saying is, from some of the other content creators out there, I could tell that they've sold out, because it's certain things that they're doing in their videos, and it's like, oh, okay, you trying to attract that type of crowd. Oh, okay, you trying to you in business, you in partnership with you in partnership with the boys. Like Pimp C said, he said some of y'all doing stuff with the boys. Yo, yeah, man. Study and listen to Pimp C, man. Listen to some of the things that he said. He had a lot to say about this industry. Cat Williams got a lot to say about this industry. Anybody that's been in it, and anybody that has already participated, make sure you just listen to what they say. It's like they're not making. It's too many stories for people to be making this stuff up, man. It's too many stories to be making this stuff up. Cat Williams got offered some top from Harvey Weinstein. If you go back and listen to that interview he did on Club Shay Shay, and I don't understand. Just like Cat Williams said, I don't know why a man would want to be called Shay Shay. He said that to him during the interview. He said, "Why would another man want to be called Shay Shay?" He just laughed it off, and they showed him carrying that bag with that little ass dog. That looked crazy, man. He going to Total Wine. He got that tight shirt on, carrying that Merce, and having a bag. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. But yeah, some of these content creators, man, it's just it's not the way to go. Content, first, creativity first. Keep everything else to yourself. There's no need to be putting feet all on the screen and showing people, you just wearing a robe all on the screen, and that this is no. You don't need to do all that. Your celebrity your celebrity gossip should not entail would you it's just people just doing too much, man. It's not that serious. It is not that serious. It's just not that serious. So Yeah, we've been going live for about an hour. I appreciate everybody for being here. Don't sell your soul. All right, that's the moral of the story. I gotta get something to eat. All right, I gotta get some water. All right, I gotta check on some things. Yo, thank you to everybody that supports my channel. Anybody that would like to donate to my channel, it would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate you guys taking out some time to enjoy your Easter with your main man Druuill. All right, and that's just that. All right, thank you everybody for watching. All right, Eva, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right, she got the little money fairy at the bottom of the screen showing that she sent some gifts through. Thank you, Eva Watson, for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Evil Jordans. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, yo, a lot of. Before we go, yo, has anybody realized a lot of bullies wear Jordans? A lot of bullies rock Jordans. You know, Jordans are cool. I'm not saying evil people only wear Jordans, but has anybody else realized a lot of narcissistic, um, like type personalities had them damn Jordans on? My Cash App is $Druuill. My Cash App is $Druuill. All right, and I have PayPal as well. All proceeds and donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated, especially at this particular time. All right, but yeah, I've noticed that lot of like, a lot of really, low key wicked folks rock Jordans, and they will they have an attitude in them Jordans. I know some without them. Sagittarius goddess said they mad because they ain't got Jordans. Yo, nah, I don't get mad over things like that. But yeah, you're right. There are some people that do. I guess they be hating on the people who can afford them or the people who have them. I like them. I think they're a cool shoe. But I've noted from what I've noticed in the area where I'm from on the East Coast, I've noticed that the devil gives them pride. It's a lot of wicked, like a lot of wicked spirited people wear them damn shoes, and I ain't hating on nobody that has them. But there are a lot. Like, I've noticed, I'm not gonna say everyone who wears those shoes are wicked, but I've noticed some wicked people wear those shoes. I've noticed some wicked people wear those shoes. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo, you seen that, right? Yo, see, people are waking up. That's another thing. People are starting to realize that they're overpaying for things. People are starting to realize that they're overpaying for items. America's either gonna have to come back with some 1950s prices for everything. I'm talking about homes, cars, groceries, clothes, everything. They're gonna have to come back with some 1950, 1920 prices, because people are about to start either buying from China, or people are just gonna be buying from China wholesale, or people are just gonna go back to creating their own stuff. People gonna go. Don't say you can't afford new things. Say you can afford whatever it is you desire. All right, God has enough blessings out there, and enough money out there for you to get everything you want. But now the thing is, it's like with this whole tariff war. If you've been watching the news with the whole tariff war with Donald Trump and China and everything like that, people are starting to realize that these $100,000 bags are only costing $100 to make. People are realizing that these bags that they're buying, Birkin and Gucci and all this other stuff, that they're getting for like $100,000. It only costs $100 to make. How would you feel if you bought something that's as much as a down payment on a home that costs really only $100? And I mean, you got to know that people are going to upsell on the material. You got to know that if it's a brand name, you're paying for the name. But how much is that name worth to you? Shit. How much? How much is that name worth to you? How much is that name worth to you? I'd rather pay for information personally, or something that I value, or something of value. That's wild as hell. $100,000 for what's this dude French Montana. This dude French Montana had a pair of $70,000 shoes. He had a pair of $70,000 shoes. I said, okay, more power to you, sir. $70,000. What in the world would make you want to buy a pair of $70,000 shoes? That's wild. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. What people don't, what I think is happening right now is, you know how the Bible says the last trumpet. I think Donald Trump has something to do with that, as far as the last trumpet. He might be the last trumpet. You got planes falling out the sky. Since the beginning of this year, right? I looked up because I've been watching the news lately, and I've noticed that every week it seems like a plane has fell out the damn sky. And I googled it, and you can see for yourself. Since the beginning of this year, a plane has fell out the damn sky or crashed, or some people dead, some people killed. Is you killed or is you dead? All right. A plane has fell out the sky every week of this new year, all almost 4 months. It's been 3 months and a half so far, or just let's just say April's over. All right, because it's pretty much almost over. Every week, every week a plane has crashed of this year. That's wild. And I'm not sure if anybody saw that movie Leave the World Behind. I'm not sure if anybody saw that movie Leave the World Behind, but they show you in that movie. And then the other day I saw something about, I'm not sure what it was, but a good dear friend of mine told me about there was a sound or some type of frequency that was making people's teeth fall out in Memphis. They got some type of sound or some type of frequency or some type of energy or gas or something being released that's making people's teeth fall out in Memphis. And I'm not I could be mistaken. I'm not sure what particular state, but if I'm correct, I believe that's what she said. I believe she said it was Memphis. But you got that, and if you watch the movie Leave the World Behind, all that stuff is in that damn movie. And Michelle Obama, and I believe Michelle Obama and Barack Obama put that movie out. People trying to blame the planes crashing on him. And I'm not sure if it's because of the movie, but that's what I heard that some people are doing. They're blaming Obama for these planes crashing, because they're not gonna blame Trump. But they're and I ain't into politics, so we can leave it at that. Not yet, anyway. But see, the thing is, I'm not sure if anybody else sees them where they're at, but where I'm at right now, they have self-driving cars, and that is crazy. I don't think I could ever get into a self-driving car. I don't think I could get into a self-driving car. I don't think I could. You could sit in the steering wheel. And the thing is, they've had some accidents. No stuff. No, really? They reported it like it was something that was never going to happen. We've had some accidents, but you can still get in one of these if you like. If you like. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. We couldn't. A chosen vessel could never. Yeah, you're not chosen if you consider getting in one of them. If you're not chosen, if you consider getting in a self-automated vehicle, what in the what? That just doesn't make sense. It's driving by itself. That's a whole weapon. So, what are do you guys think they're gonna have self-flying planes? I'm definitely not getting in one of those. They got ones crashing that are being flown by other people. If they have people crashing them that are driving them, what would make someone think someone would get into a vehicle moving by itself? Yeah, it's game over, y'all. But that I've noticed that, and I looked at that, and I'm like, a plane has crashed every week of every month of this new year, and they don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. They don't seem to be stopping out here anytime soon. Chief Bighorn is right. You got to protect yourself out here, chosen ones. Pray if you travel. Pray before you get on your plane. Pray before you take your flight. Yeah, God shows a lot of people these things. So Sagittarius goddess, looks like you had some premonition over this whole thing. That's wonderful. That's a gift. Shout out to Sagittarius goddess and her premonition skills. But yeah, it's a nice day out here. And what up, Latrice? Hi, how are you? Hope everybody is enjoying themselves today. Hopefully you had a good Easter. But as far as like what we were saying, as far as the items and everything, I think that it's going to, I think that either people are going to start doing things for themselves, or they're going to have to start changing the prices of things around here, because it's going to come to a point where people are just going to either refuse to pay for things, or people are just going to go old school and just start making their own stuff again. People are going to plant their own vegetables. People are going to grow their own food. People are going to come together and buy land and buy property on that land. It's going to end up going back to days where you have multiple families. Not talking about, no sick stuff, but where you have, like, I'm talking about generations. Like, you got uncle some so over here, your brother lived back there, grandma something something lived right there. It's going to be stuff like that again, because people are just going to come together and start putting their resources together. The more things become difficult, it's just going to be like common sense. People are going to realize that they need each other now more than ever, and they're going to start working together. That's just that's one option. That's one thing I see happening as a feasible solution. Yo, shout out to Lady Like Me Elite Shining. Yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for the hearts and the roses. Thank you for liking the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. No, not tacos, not tacos today. I I do have to figure out what I am going to chow down on. I'm gonna try to find something special. They have some grocery stores open. I'm gonna see if I can go get me a ready-made something ready made already. But where I'm at, it's not your average grocery store. It may be a grocery store like the average ones, but some of these grocery stores, depending on where you go, the food section is popping. All right, the food section is good. They really know how to throw down, and they know what they're doing. So like you can actually go. It's not like you're getting some food with no seasoning. You know what I'm saying? You can go to some of these spots and get you a decent meal for nothing too crazy either. And that's just what I'm about to do. Soon as I get off of this, we get me something nice cold to drink, a nice juice or nice coconut water or something, and I'm about to get a nice meal in. But I think I'm tacoed out. Yo, you read my mind, Eva. Yeah, I might get me some fried chicken. I might get I might get what's the I'm trying to find an appropriate word here. I might get black focus on you, and I might get me some fried. I might go get me some fried chicken. I ain't even gonna stunt. You could say what you want. Oh no, not fried chicken. Oh my God. Go to buffet. Yo, it might be some buffet. It might be some buffets open, but yo, I'm not. Man, they gotta pass the test. They gotta pass the test, and they also gotta be in English. I went to a restaurant the other day, and God bless these people in their little Chinese Vietnamese restaurant. I don't even think they would speak English. One of the dishes on the menu was rape salad. It was either rape pasta or rape salad. Like some of the names on that menu was really tripping. I could tell. I took a picture and I was gonna share it with you all, but I was like, you know what? I'm not sharing that with my subscribers. I'm like, no, I'm not. They're gonna think I'm tripping. I'm not sharing that with my subscribers. Yo, the one of the dishes on the menu was rape. I'm like, that's terrible. Oh no, no, no. Blessed one. It's not Andrew Hill. It should be Druuill Williams. Druuill Williams. My Cash App is $Druuill, and the name on it should say Drew. Drew. That's my first name, and it should say my last name William. Oh, okay. Nah, it didn't say salad at the end of it. I knew it was meant to say great, but they should have meant to $Druuill. Yeah, it's dollar sign. Watch out for some of the fake ones out there. It's Druuill. That sound like it might be some type of pet foundation. It's Druuill, not Druull. Just playing with you. But yeah, that sound like it might be for pets. If you want to donate to a furry friend, now's not the time to do it. But yeah, my Cash App is $Druuill. Yeah, drool sounds like something for pets. Support these pets. Yo, bro, Steven just brought it all together. Yo, he says, yo, you must be a comedian on the low. He brought that together. He said if they're not wearing gloves, I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. He said if they're not wearing gloves, I'm good. Yeah, you can y'all, man, that ruins everything. That ruins everything. I remember being a kid and going to McDonald's with my aunt, and she snapped on them. She said, why is nobody wearing gloves back there making that food? Yo, the whole McDonald's had to stop and put gloves on. I mean, they should have had them on anyway. But I mean, damn, how you gonna prepare something somebody got to put in their mouth with no gloves on? You know, but people don't want to eat what you've been doing with your hand all day. could have went to the bathroom, not washed your hands. That's unsanitary. Yes, blessed one, that's it. Having their hands everywhere. If you're not making gloves, then you're not making grub. If you're not wearing gloves, you shouldn't be sharing grub. Oh man, scratching themselves, touching all types of surfaces and whatnot. Yeah, not let alone the scratching. You be scratching yourself and then you touching surfaces. Mm-mm-mm. Wear some gloves. When they touch, there's certain foods I don't eat. If I see, that's one thing I hate. You go to touch a food that's unlawful or undietary, you know, and you think you're just gonna go keep the same gloves on and then go no, I don't eat that. If I don't eat that, you gotta take those gloves off. Yeah, if I don't eat that, you gotta take off those gloves, and I can't show you no love. Because if I don't eat it and you trying to grab my food with the remnants of leftover food juice of what was just on the other, you're not grabbing my food. Change those gloves. You can't grab the swine and think you can put your hands all on mine. No. No, 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 no. You cannot touch that pork. You can't touch anything else. Whatever you want to touch, you can't touch that and then prepare my meal. And sometimes, honestly, if you're as picky an eater as me, it really is best for you to just make your own food. Sometimes you save money. All right, you save money. Um, you don't have other people's hands all in your food. If you feel a bad vibe from a place you go out to eat, or if they look at you a little too hard or crazy or give you don't let anybody prepare your food with attitude. I remember one time I went to Panda Express and I asked them if they had black pepper chicken, and they were like no, and but I was told they could make me some. They were like, yeah, just ask her to make you some. I asked her to make me some, and the lady was like, they didn't have it. I was like, oh, well, I just asked the manager lady, and she said that you would prepare for me. That lady started banging pots and pans and slamming stuff. I said, whoa. I'm like, no, 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 no. I said, nope, nope. I said, just prepare and I don't want you to do it. I want her to do it. They were looking at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I don't want her preparing my food. I'm like, I don't want her touching my food. I said the nice sweet lady over there, she can make my food. And it was a pretty girl too. She was all done up and beautiful, but had a nasty, mean, stank attitude. Beautiful on the outside, mean and ugly and rotten on the inside. I said that witch isn't touching my food. She's not preparing my meal. Whole witch in the building. I'm like, you can't touch my food. She tried to bag it up and touch it. I prayed over it before I left. I put that bag down and I prayed over it right there. And I made sure they saw that I prayed over it too. Yeah, I did not want anything to do with her. She forced her way to pay for my meal. Hold on, let me see, blessed one. Yes, I received it. Thank you for the donation, blessed one. Thank you. And thank you, Eva Watson. Thank you, blessed one, for the $20 donation, and thank you, Eva Watson, for the donation that you sent as well. I appreciate everything that gets sent to me. You guys just don't know how much I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But when it comes to preparing food, when I get cold cuts, you can't touch that ham and grab my turkey or my chicken slice or my cheese, if I even eat cheese, because we really ain't supposed to be eating cheese. But sometimes, I might have a little cheese here and there. Um, I don't make it a big thing. I try to keep my diet Dr. Sebi based. You know, I'm still studying and learning and doing research when it comes to eating food, but I've I've narrowed it down to a pretty good I've narrowed it down to a pretty good place. I've narrowed it down to a pretty good place. I know what's good, what's not good. You shouldn't be eating too much greasy food. You need to get your fruits and vegetables. Um, you should drink a lot of water. Um, things like that. Alkaline diet. Try to get fruits and try to eat fruits with seeds. If you can, grow your own food. Yo, that pork already got spirits in it, and now you got a person with a bad spirit making it. And the thing about that pork is so bad is people are getting into arguments with you if you don't eat it. People are getting into arguments with you. You go to order it. You go to order something and you tell them you don't want it. Now they're looking at you crazy. You be like, no pork, please. And looking at you like you got like 7 heads and 4 eyes or something. It's like, yo, it's like, I just don't eat it. I didn't say you had to not eat it. I'm just saying I don't. They look at you with disgust, utter disgust. How dare you not eat what I eat? Everybody's allowed to do it. I mean, people should have free range to make the food choices that they want to make. And the worst part is what the worst part is when you're at your job and like people find out what you don't like or what you don't eat, and then they'll like order it for the whole office, or the person at your job who eats it will bring a big plate in from home and have the nerve to ask you if you want some, or they'll just eat it right next to you, so you got to sit there and smell it, or they'll cook it, so you got to sit there and smell it. It's just, I mean, yeah, it's just a personal thing. It's like some people eat it, some people don't. Some people have been educated and informed to not eat it, while others, haven't either received the information or they just don't know any better and they just continue to do what they do. Wow, that's a nice car. See if I can get that classic car for y'all. Yeah, I like classic car. Oh, there goes another one. Yeah, I like those. And the last one was just a regular truck. Shout out to everybody with a regular truck. It's like, nah. Shout out to everybody with a truck. I like trucks too. But yeah, those cars were cool. I see a lot of those out here. Yeah, people always bring those out on a nice day. And I see why. It's a beautiful day. But yeah, it's just, everything's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to want to do everything. And I've just been I've like, if there's anyone that didn't like anything that I liked, I never saw myself getting upset with them or catching an attitude. You don't like what I like. Like, I could do it. I'd be like, oh, okay. You get to enjoy what you enjoy. I get to enjoy what I enjoy. Yeah, so what's a truck considered in the UK? Like a van, or more of like a Hummer, or like a SUV, or like a bus? I'm here, y'all. I'm still here, y'all. Thank you, Wilford, for the donation. Thank you, Brother Wilford, for the donation. Like a flatbread or a normal Scania lorry. Oh, flat. You can tell I'm thinking about Subway. I'm thinking that said flat bed. It said flat bread. It said flat bed, like a normal Scania lorry. You have to email me a picture of that car, or I have to look it up after the live stream and see if I could pin this comment. Or Eva, see if you could pin that comment for me. Ohio State Buckeyes. Yo, Chief Bighorn 9 Ether in the building. Thank you, blessed one. Yo, I did get it. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's people out here just chilling. A lot of people having Easter egg hunts. You know, I remember doing some of those activities as a child, but I kind of grew in my I can't even see, man. This phone's about to die. Yeah, my phone was about to die, so I had to hook it up to my portable charger. You know, I gotta keep that juice on deck, so that way I don't lose my live stream here. Yep. Yeah, we aren't meant to talk about that. Snap, that's funny. Okay. Hot rods and pickup trucks. Yeah, I like I like classic cars. Yeah, I think I'm getting the rest of this cold about my throat, about my voice and my chest and whatnot. So I might sound a little scratchy, or I might be coughing at times. Probably need a darn cough drop. I think I ran out. Gotta get some more cough drops. But yeah, it's been a good Easter. I hope everybody's enjoying their Easter. It's probably dark where a lot of you guys are at. I'm probably 3 hours behind. 3 hours behind everybody. When I was on the East Coast, I'd be looking at things and I'd be like Eastern Standard Time. Then you see Pacific Standard Time and all these different times. And when you travel and you move around, it's like, oh, okay. You get like a different idea of like the time frames and when to do things and things like that. So that's pretty cool. That's one thing I find interesting about traveling is the differences in time. Like you could be in the same country, but depending on where the sun hits, it could be an hour difference, or it could be like a change in time, which is pretty cool. It's 5:24 where you're at. Okay. 5:24, 6:25. So all the people where it's 6 something, I know you're like New York, New Jersey, possibly Washington, D.C., maybe, Philadelphia, Maryland, what else? Yeah, all right now, anything on the East Coast, I pretty much know it's like around that 6:30, almost 7 o'clock time. Midwest 6:25. Okay. 6:25. True. Okay, so Midwest, that's probably still okay, that's East Coast time. Midwest East Coast time, that's similar. It's 11:25 p.m. in the UK. All right. Okay, to the UK. It's 11:25. All right. Y'all about to get ready for a new day in the UK. So when I do my midnight live stream, you're probably at lunch or something, or you're probably in the middle of your day. That's cool. Yeah, there's always different time zones, different time frames in the world. Okay. So yeah, I appreciate everybody for joining this live stream. I don't want to keep everybody. I don't want to keep you all from your family or from your Easter. I hope everyone is doing good. I'm still going to see if I can find some time to upload. I didn't know if I was going to be going live this long. I'll upload a video or two, depending on what my schedule looks like. But yeah, I'll definitely upload a video today. But I appreciate everybody for sticking with me. We still got 30 something people in the building. We had 58 likes. That's amazing. That's great. I appreciate, Eva, thank you for being here. That's my moderator, y'all. Shout out to Eva. Everybody give Eva a special shout out. That's my moderator for my channel. Shout out to Sagittarius Goddess. Lots of fun. Brother Steven in the building. All right. We got Chief Bighorn 9 Ether in the building. We got Blessed One in the building. All right, who else we got here? Shout out to everybody that just stuck around, okay? I believe I shouted everybody out so far, but shout out to the 34 people in the building. Thank you, everybody, for joining my live stream. Happy Easter to you. Thank you for everybody that supported today. Yo, Brian. As soon as I'm about to end the live stream, they got to send the chemtrail out. But they say, you're not going anywhere without us spraying this stuff over you before you go. Yo, we got 4 CF beats in the building. Yeah, shout out to everybody that just came through and stopped through. All right, I'll be doing more live streams more often. All right, I enjoyed each and every one of your company, and I hope you enjoyed mine too. All right, so peace, love, and light. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all in the next live stream.